Hey guys! How exciting. This is episode 5 from the
Right?
podcast Actors You Are Enough. Today we have a very special guest. We're going to be uh, talking about how to get rid of stress, but we brought in an expert because Ophelia and I don't think we're experts on the subject.
We would might hurt you more than we would help you. I think I give my talent stress.
I think we're going to be listening to our guest today more than you think, and hopefully he'll put us through an exercise that we could use too. So, Ophelia, why don't you introduce our guest?
Yes. Welcome, Clark. How do you say your last name? Tell me.
Sours. It's
Just
unique.
how it looks.
Yeah.
Okay. Clark Sowers, we are excited to have him here today. Let me tell you about Clark. Clark is a seasoned human resource leader and executive coach with over 2 decades of experience across entertainment, hospitality, nonprofit sectors. He's a CEO and founder of Expert Effect, and he specializes in providing stress resiliency coaching to high performers, including executives, entrepreneurs, athletes, and students. His notable roles include Director of Human Resources at Anschutz. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Anschutz.
You got your pronunciations down today.
I
Well,
know. I don't even know what's happening. Anschutz Entertainment Group, where he managed HR for major venues like Crypto.com, Arena in Los Angeles, the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace, and the O2 in London. He's also an associate certified coach through the International Coach Federation. And in addition to his professional endeavors, Clark is passionate about helping individuals achieve peak performance while maintaining well-being. I first was introduced to Clark um, right after COVID started because we are both part of a mutual organization called Hollywood Prayer Network. And I was reading in HPN's events page, and there wasn't much happening anywhere because it was lockdown. But lo and behold, I'm reading and I'm like, oh, this looks like something awesome. And it was like a hike that was focused on um, stress resiliency. I don't remember what the actual official name of it was or what you titled it, but it really caught my attention. What is this expert effect? What is this? Like, I'm so interested. I didn't end up working out my schedule, but I was just really fascinated with it. And then, like, just recently, we met, someone introduced us at a church that we went to and that Clark goes to. And we were talking, like, oh my gosh, you were the stress resiliency hike guy. And I was like, this is so cool. And as we kind of talked a little bit more, and I thought, oh my gosh, this information is so needed and for everyone, actors and anyone and everyone. And, Amy and I were involved in the acting world, particularly. And so I just thought, we've got to get him on. We've got to get him on because it is really stressful to be an actor. And the time and season that we're in right now is unprecedented and is the most stressful time I think it's been for actors like ever. I'm talking to people that have been doing it way longer than me. They're like, this is unprecedented. So we're just so excited to have you on, Clark, and we would love to just start by having you tell us a little bit more about your journey. Like, how did you get into stress resiliency? Like,
Well,
how did,
first off, you must be the most relaxed person on the planet, okay?
first
So,
of all,
why don't you just tell us, like why stress, like what is stress resiliency, and how do you apply it in your daily life?
Yeah, our stories really do kind of bring about what we're passionate about and what we want to help other people with. So I have not always been the calm, cool, collected guy that you see right now. I wanted to be super successful. So starting at about 13 years old, I was like, I want to be successful. I want to be in the business world. And so I just started pursuing that through extracurricular activities, good grades, the works and sports. Um, and
So,
so
so
really,
if you had a product, you would probably be on Shark Tank at 13.
oh yes, oh yes, I would have been. Yes. Yeah, like literally at 9 years old, I started a club for all my friends. We had a logo, we had a newsletter, everything. Like
Oh
I
my,
was
at
wired
9?
to like be a CEO.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
fantastic. I
That's
love that.
amazing.
Yeah. So my
So
parents didn't.
are they CEOs today or is it just you?
Good question. I don't think anyone else is a
No,
CEO.
they're just drug addicts.
Yes, our club breeded a good group of kids. Oh man.
No, you
So
know that's a
yeah.
joke, right? Um,
So
so that's so did you just say I want to lean towards this area? Like how did it come about?
I had a crisis moment. If I'm totally transparent, it's going
Yeah,
into junior year of college, set to perform. And, just like people who are pursuing acting, no one is like, I want to be a mediocre actor. Like, right? You want to be the best of the best. And
Exactly.
so I wanted to be the best of the best. And I came into my junior year trying to do everything. And all of a sudden, the stress was too much. And just like actors the night before a big audition, I couldn't sleep the night before school because it was like an audition for me the next day. Like I had to show up and just rock this world of being a student leader and a perfect A student, all these things.
And
So I
this is
couldn't sleep.
Pepperdine? Is it with
Pepperdine, yeah, yeah.
that's intense. There's a lot that school's a lot of pressure, like a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Beautiful view, a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
you came out top of your class.
Yeah, so get
So
this.
there is that.
There is that. But get this junior year, I had a week of insomnia, so I quit school. I took the semester off and
Oh,
left because I was like,
wow.
after a week of no sleep, I'm like, something is wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I became a student of stress at 21 years old. I was just like, I went and took a class at the YMCA because I'm like, something is not working.
Wow.
And
How
then I
insane
went
would
back
this
to
have
Pepperdine
been?
and applied
Hey,
everything.
what class did you take at YMCA?
It was stress management 101.
Wow, they had that at YMCA.
Yeah, it's very
Hey
progressive YMCA,
guys, I'm telling you, if you got a problem, just look for an answer. It's
right?
even at the YMCA.
Right?
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you then you went back to school and then what happened?
Went back to school and was still, focused on achieving, but I knew how to deal with stress. And that's where that stress resiliency piece came in. I was always just trying to reduce stress. And I think, as a world, we're all about, I need to lower the stress levels in my life. I need to reduce stress. I need to manage it. But the stress isn't going to go away.
No,
So
I always felt like that was impossible advice.
yeah, it
Like
really,
in fact, the more like reduce stress. Okay, how? Like it's like it just because it's like I'm not choosing. I don't feel like I'm choosing,
right?
right? And then if you can't reduce it, then that starts to add the feeling of, oh, okay, I failed at managing my stress, and that's another stress.
Well,
Yeah.
I
You know?
also think that the thing about mental health, that you're talking about mental health,
Yeah.
Mhm.
so the thing about mental health, it's not like you have a cold and you could just take some I don't know, think through or something, or NyQuil or something. You can't just take a pill. You literally have to recognize it and say, I have a problem.
Yes, it's so true. And when stress is cumulative, it's not like we can just wake up the next day and all stress is gone. It can take a long time. I needed 3 months to recover from the amount of stress that I was in at 21.
Oh,
And so, yeah, to your point, it's like, so if rather than just trying to reduce stress or recover from stress, what if we can make our mind more resilient to stress? What if we can make our body more resilient to stress? And then when stress hits, either positive stress or negative stress, it just doesn't affect us as much.
wow.
Yeah, that's an interesting angle. Rather than leaning into, oh my God, things aren't working, lean into, I need to manage this.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be there. Yeah, I think all of us have stress.
Yeah.
It's going to be there, but how do you manage your stress? And I believe that that's why people hire you.
Yeah. We have a cool team. There's because I realized I started helping people with stress about 17 years ago, and I was doing it through the life coaching modality. But I realized like that was only a part of the equation. So we built up this team where we have specialized experts in all areas of stress resiliency. So there's performance psychology experts, there's a relationship expert because relationships can, take out our stress resiliency. Time effectiveness, how can we really be effective with our time? And then looking at the body as well. We have an applied kinesiologist on the team, nutritionist,
Oh, this is
strength
great.
and conditioning person. And so, yeah, all these experts are like, how can we make someone's body and mind more resilient to stress? And I just realized I couldn't do it myself. So let's bring in a whole diversified team, kind of take a holistic approach.
So
Wow.
is that what expert effect is?
Yeah, so we have a whole team of stress resiliency experts, yep, that help people in
Oh,
high performing roles. And then we also have a whole team of human resource and organizational effectiveness experts because I have a background in HR.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just all about these experts that go into companies or who help individuals.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, because it's impossible to be at peak performance when you're filled with stress. And,
Yes.
in our business, the stress comes from fear, it comes from, you're not booking, or you're starting to move up. How are you able to deal with the next level? Because a
Right.
lot of people sabotage themselves at the next level.
Yes. Right.
Absolutely.
We
Um,
actually we actually are wired to actually feel comfort in the status quo.
Really?
Interesting.
Isn't that wild? So
What?
we will sometimes self-sabotage if, an actor gets this amazing role. It's
Uh-huh.
like even though theoretically they're like, this is my dream come true, but all of a sudden what they're used to is going to go away. So subconsciously they will fall on their face before they, as they go into the opportunity.
So, what would you say is a really good exercise to help somebody before when they see that coming? Because, like for me, I used to have panic attacks all the time, but now I know when they're coming, so I know how to manage it. I never like thought of it that way, managing a panic attack, but it is panic attack management. I know
Yeah.
how it starts and when it blows up, so I just stop it when it's starting.
Yes.
But I had to learn that,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, definitely.
So, well, how do you, what exercise do you think an actor could do right before something that would be like a career break, like they're going up to the next level?
Yeah.
What kind of exercises would you have them do?
Yeah, we've been just kind of studying kind of you mentioned peak performance, like right? Actors want to be at their peak performance levels, not just for the audition, not just when the camera is live, but just in daily life, right? They want to be in kind of peak performance mode because you never know when that audition is going to happen.
So, are you
Oh,
suggesting that that it's not a band-aid that you just put on, that you need to be doing it on the daily?
Yes. So this is what we came up with. We call it our peak performance assessment.
mm,
And you just do it every single morning. So every single morning, you just do a self assessment. And we figured out there's 6 areas that just really help us stay in peak performance.
Oh,
So,
okay. Can you put us through this?
oh
That's
my
yeah,
God. I'm like, where's my pen and
Yeah,
paper?
yeah.
let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. What is
All
this
right.
self-assessment? What do I need to assess? That
Yes.
I woke up and my hair still looks the same? I mean, what?
What do I need to do?
we left off hair. We like left off the hair assessment because that's important.
Yeah,
I
It
we
affects
had
our confidence
to,
levels,
you
right?
need a glam squad in there. Like what?
yes, come
All
on.
right, there were 6, now there's 7.
Yeah.
So the first one is assessing our energy level. A lot of times we just wake up and we just go straight into the day without really thinking about where's our energy at. And we're also doing things to mask what our real energy is. So actually doing this assessment before we have the coffee.
Oh,
So
this is great. Okay. So my energy when I woke up, what was your energy when you woke up this morning, Ophelia?
Oh gosh, when I woke up this morning, my energy was like, I don't know, like on a scale of 1 to 5, I would say it was like a 4. It's not all, it's kind of inconsistent. but today was like a 4. Like I had pretty good energy. I woke up and I thought it was later than it was, which is always a sign that I have more energy than like, oh, I think it's 7:30 and it was like 6. I'm like, what? So it was okay. It was okay this morning. No matcha or anything.
Nice.
Yeah,
How about yours, Amy?
I woke up and I was like, let's go.
Are you normally like that?
Not always, but today I was. I was like,
Interesting.
because it's technically my day off, so I really could have slept in. So I could have gone back to sleep. And I had that conversation. I said, should I go back to sleep? Should I not? You have that conversation. And I'm like, no, you're up. Let's
Yeah.
go. And so that's what I did. I said, you got stuff to do today. Get your butt out of bed. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And that's what it is. It's like what you can do is you could self-correct before you go into the day. So if either of you woke up with a 2, you're like, what do I need to do to get that energy I need for the day? Do I need to go back to sleep for a half hour? Do I need to go for a walk? Do I need to go do some grounding in the grass? Like whatever it
I
is,
love
whatever brings that energy.
that. You're saying when you wake up, make an assessment of where your energy level is. That's
Exactly.
number
And then
one.
what's
Number
number
one.
one? But then that's not it. You also look back on the last 24 hours. And if your energy is really high, if it's a 5, what did I do in the last 24 hours that got me in a top energy mode where I can be in peak performance?
Interesting.
Or if my energy is a 2, I'm like, oh my gosh, what did you do yesterday that you could do differently today? So that look back is
Well,
really important.
I will tell you that I think I had a lot of sugar like one day, right? And the
Right?
next day I was sluggish.
Yeah.
Sluggish. I was crawling out of bed. I
Yep.
couldn't get enough sleep. But I had a lot of sugar the day before, and so that was a signal that it's not good for me.
That was the culprit.
It is.
Yep.
Food is a really big one. I think there's become so much more awareness, but I think it's still widely overlooked.
Yeah.
Like if I have more carbs, I'm supposed to kind of not do gluten, but sometimes I just do because I want it. And it almost always can feel an effect, like it's sometimes up to 3 days later.
Oh yeah.
I think food is kind of not given the attention that I think it should be, because I think it's having more of an effect than people think it is.
Oh yeah.
Seems
Well,
like.
I mean, sugar could like totally mess up your concentration. So if you're trying to memorize lines,
Yes.
that's not
Oh
going
yeah.
to happen if you're having a lot of sugar, you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
well, let's move on. What's number two?
Okay. Well, I just have to say you're spot on there because if we do have a nutritional mishap, the organ that is affected the most is the brain.
Mm.
So you're
Wow.
right on. Like yeah, an actor is taking out their brain if they're not eating the right thing the day before, the day of, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I remember like when we were auditioning in person. Remember those days? I would have to bring food with me because I would literally feel my energy start dropping.
Yeah.
You know,
Blood sugar going
because they
down.
kept you waiting so long.
Yeah.
And you guys should always bring food with you to auditions and to callbacks.
Yes.
Because you don't know how long they're going to keep you. And then
Yeah.
you can't think if your blood sugar level is dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when you're on
Exactly.
a Zoom, like they do, a lot of like obviously everything's on, but we were finding that when people are doing Zoom, it's usually callbacks that end up on Zoom. And when they're doing that, we have people that have been kept waiting on the Zoom for 2 hours past
Mm.
Wow.
the time because they just got running behind. It's like a doctor's office, right? They start running behind. I mean,
Oh, good thing you're at home. You could like just go get something.
right, but you have to kind of stay near the computer because they could just pop on any second. So you
Yeah,
just
yeah. I'd be like, okay, hold on.
wait a minute. You bring your snack where you
Hold on.
go.
I'm just getting something. I'm just
Just
getting
getting
food.
some peanut M&Ms.
Because you kept me so long. Okay, number two.
Number 2, here we go. Distress eustress index. So this is an interesting one. So you really kind of see, okay, I have stress. We're human beings. We have stress. But am I having more eustress or more distress? Distress is bad stress. It's like I am freaked out about not having any additions for 2 weeks. You're in the stress state, you're having cortisol. If
Mm,
we can move that into eustress, where it's more of like you see stress as a challenge that you can overcome. And so it's not taking away the stress, but it's saying, you know what? Um, you know, like if you haven't had the auditions for 2 weeks, it's like I know for sure I put my name out there in so many places that something is going to come through real soon, and I just can't wait until that next audition. I'm super excited about it. So you're turning
wow.
that distress into eustress. And if each morning we can kind of feel where we're at in that and how could we transform some of that. And then
Mm,
the eustress actually pumps in positive hormones, even though it's stress.
wow.
I
So
really like that. I like
mind,
that because what happens is that a lot of people you can't assume that if you've been in a depressed state, so to speak, a depressed, stressful state, that all of a sudden you get an audition like that's not going to stink.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
right.
it's not like your depression and your being and what you look like is going to turn off like that.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
true.
You almost have to stay in the you state.
Yes.
Mhm.
So when it comes, you're already elevated.
Yes. So
Like,
true.
so good. So
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like what mindset, it's crazy how powerful mindset is. And that's just like a small shift, a seemingly small shift,
Yeah.
but you're like changing like your brain chemistry,
Yes.
which is
It's,
huge.
yeah. And we've
That does
often,
come across in auditions. It really does. I mean, you
oh,
can feel
yeah.
like casting daughters can feel, they can feel it.
Yeah. It's so true.
But I gotta
Yeah.
go. I gotta go yell at my dog.
Okay. Do it. She's going to put the dog in some distress. Poor dog. uh,
Gotta break up the bark.
that's
I
definitely.
just break up the bark. He gets like, he's like, and I just break it up. Okay, so he's not barking now. Okay, number three.
Number three is the Tranquility Index. So again, scale 1 to 5 is perfect. And just am I in peace or am I in chaos?
Hmm.
And we seek homeostasis. We want to be in homeostasis as human beings. And so, where are we at? Do we have that peace that we actually long for? And if we don't have that peace, what can get us in that state of peace?
Okay, let's talk about that because otherwise it's just a concept. Peace is a
Yeah.
oh, I feel peaceful. I am peaceful. It's conceptual.
Yeah.
So, what's a good exercise to for somebody to find their peace? Because you can't stay in peace until you find it first.
Yeah. You know what we typically do is we go after cravings if we want peace, right? And so there's a lot of detrimental cravings. So I need peace, so I'm going to scroll social media. I
Mm.
need peace, so I'm going to eat this food that's a comfort food but not good for me. I need peace, so I'm going to have some alcohol. I have friends like I need peace, so I'm going to have kava. There's all the different things that we're going after to bring peace.
Yeah.
So it's really what are the beneficial cravings that we need to bring peace? And so each person is
Meditation.
complex. Yep. Meditation. Someone could crave, like, I need meditation,
Mm.
or I need to just go lay in the grass and look up in the sky. Like, what is that thing that we crave, but it just gets pushed away because we're in a hectic life, and then we just go to detrimental cravings.
It's almost like detrimental cravings are like a shortcut. Like it's like what's the fastest thing? And like that's seems like that's if you find yourself going to like the fastest thing that almost you can almost know that that's probably going to be detrimental in some way because it's like a shortcut. It's like a counterfeit.
Yeah. And we're designed to try to get into that homeostasis as quick as possible. We don't like feeling out of whack. We don't like not having tranquility. So
Wow.
those quick fixes are often the thing that we'll just naturally go to.
How do you stay away from the quick fixes and do something that's good for you?
Good question. That is a commitment to it and then the more you do the beneficial cravings, the
Mhm.
more you just won't need the quick fixes because
Oh,
you're making your body and mind more
You're
resilient.
basically saying just start.
Yes,
mm.
start doing it. And a big thing I think is important is, you read all these books about habits, and
Yeah,
there's even some really successful actors out there that are like, before I start my day, I'd spend 3 hours doing, going to the gym, doing my meditation,
right.
doing all of this.
It's like hard,
Most of us don't have the luxury of having 3 to 4 hours to work on our habits every day,
right? Or
right?
the resource, yeah, the
Or the
resources.
resources, the money. Yeah, yeah, to do yoga class every day, all that's going to add up.
Yeah, have your own cold bath, ice bath.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm like, must be nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Must be
Must
nice.
be
So
nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky to fit it in. Like I fit in a half hour of stretching yoga and light weights today.
nice.
No, but like I have to now. Like I have
Yes.
to go in somewhere, but I literally schedule it into my book. I
Uh,
write it down
Yes.
in the book.
That's a
Yeah.
perfect approach. And I like to call those micro habits. And so if you just if people like have this list of like their 10 beneficial cravings or 10 habits that'll bring tranquility and have that somewhere front and center,
Mm.
each day just look at that and say, can I do one or two of these? And even if I just do it in an abbreviated way. So a lot of times we'll look at the list and it'll be yoga and be like, I don't have 2 hours to go do a yoga session, to drive a half hour there, to be there for an hour. But I do have 3 minutes to do the yoga pose that is the most beneficial pose for me in that day.
Wow, that's so good.
And,
Well, there's also YouTube, I mean, like
Yeah.
I must be subscribed to about 10 different yoga instructors.
That's
nice.
I
all.
I
Just
decide
like,
which one that I feel like, okay, this one stretches and doesn't move in this other way, and this one moves in this other way and doesn't stretch. So it depends which mood I'm in that day, like what kind of energy I have for them, for these subscribed people. But what should go on the list? Let's talk about that list that people should have in front of them. Okay, so you have meditation, you have yoga. What else?
The list is so crazy long because
Okay, just let's do top five.
top.
top,
That seem to because it's probably individual for each person, but what do you see the most consistently across the board?
mm, I would say anything that gets someone into the parasympathetic state and that they
Sometimes music
truly enjoy.
music can do that.
Music is amazing that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And while we're on the topic of music, it's really cool what neuroscientists are doing with music.
Hmm.
Have either of you heard of brain.fm?
No. What is
Uh, this is so cool. It's, you can go to the web, you get a subscription, it's very cheap, but it actually helps you focus. And you can choose your music of choice. So literally, if someone is memorizing lines and is having a hard time focusing, the music is actually created by neuroscientists to increase the focus level.
What?
It's
Get
amazing.
me over there right
Wait a
now.
minute. What is it called again?
Yeah,
Brain.com?
right. Yeah, it's called brain.fm.
Brain.fm.
Main.fm.
Yeah, it is incredible. When I do speaking things where I'm, coming out with content, I put that on and I get so in the zone. It's just
Wow.
amazing. And it even has this like thing where it takes away habituation. So, if you just listen to Enya or some nice music, you can kind of get relaxed, maybe in the flow, but your mind gets tired of it because it's the same music. So they keep adjusting it so it doesn't feel habitual.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God. I wonder if have you seen that help people like with ADHD?
They actually have an ADHD station for people that have, and the neuroscientists programmed it just for that.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
That's
that can be a game changer. But yeah, like music, I mean, the list goes on and on. And I always just encourage people to experiment,
yeah.
try all these different things that'll bring them
Well,
peace
sometimes going on a walk, like if you go on a walk, but thing with the walk lately is that, especially in Los Angeles, you got to be careful where you're walking,
Right.
Exactly.
so it has to be a place that you feel like safe, so you don't have to like keep your guard up and your pepper spray in your hand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
when's
got to bring the pepper spray, but then you got to leave this because most people who are walking, they're
oh,
actually doing this the entire walk, which isn't good for the neck. And then they're not getting into the parasympathetic
no, no,
space.
no, no. You got to turn your music on your phone and put it in one of those little waist pouches.
There you go. You talking
Yes.
about a fanny pack?
Yeah,
Yes, bring back the fanny packs.
Exactly.
bring it back. Whenever I go to Mexico, I bring my fanny pack.
Awesome.
wear like Will Ferrell, right?
Yeah,
He's be
yeah.
the passer where
Hey,
Yeah.
my hands are free to shop. So,
there you go.
okay, number four.
Number four is mental focus. So just
Oh,
doing a quick assessment of, am I ready to have mental focus today? And if you're not, what would bring in that mental focus?
so what are things that could bring in the mental focus?
Well, it sounds that music probably is one of them, right? That
Yeah.
raises them.
So you're
Mhm.
saying all this works together, but
Oh, that works.
these are things
Yeah.
to ask yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because if the mental focus is low, why is it low? Just having that awareness. Was it not enough sleep? Is it too many things on your mind? Are there anxieties? And we need to get to the root causes of those anxieties so that you can have mental focus.
Mm.
So just being like, I'm anxious doesn't do anything for you. But, I'm a big believer in this coaching. Like if someone met up with a coach or a stress resiliency expert and went deep on what's really behind this anxiety, and you peel back all the layers and find out the true source,
Mhm.
and then you deal with that source, and then all of a sudden you have less of a mental load and can have better mental focus.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't want to pull back the layers. They rather just live in that space because that space is more comfortable for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So true. It gets a little scary peeling back the layers, right?
For sure.
Yeah, if they could they have to flip the script
Mm.
where being peaceful is the norm and being in chaos is the abnorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the chaos starts to feel abnormal.
Yeah.
And I think I feel like they're like most, if not all, actors. Um, like we talk about this a lot, Amy. Like, and you kind of like gave me even more awareness of this. That like almost pretty much every actor, there's brokenness, and that's part of why they got into acting. And if you like it, the brokenness can serve, like if you get to the root of that, that can really serve you to like give you more depth in your role and your performance. But if you're not exploring that, it affects your performance in a really negative way. Along with everything else in your life, kind of being in that peak performance just on that daily basis and getting ready for that big audition. But every actor is like there's something to peel back, and it's only it's only going to benefit you to do it if you're looking at it like if it feels scary, it's like looking, okay, well, what do you have to gain from it though? Like,
Well, in all honesty, to be a great actor, you have to know thyself. Okay. And so if you are spending a lot of time running away or like you said earlier, you said they were grabbing alcohol. What is that called when you
Yeah, like a detrimental craving.
yeah, detrimental craving and leaning into something that wasn't good for you. You're not going to get to the core of where things are for you and how are you going to use it in your work. So
Yeah.
it's actually better to know where things are rooted so you can get to it.
yep.
Basically, stop lying to yourself.
There you go.
The
Yes.
bottom line.
Bring the truth. Get the truth out. Okay,
Yeah.
so what's number five of the questions that you have to ask in the morning?
Yeah. Work perception. So, how are you perceiving work for that day? Does it feel, are you passionate about it? And, a lot of times, we're, living in LA, people are doing multiple jobs, whether they're an actor or whatever they're in. And
Yeah.
so, are those jobs bringing joy? Are they fueling the passion and everything?
Mm.
Or are we not looking forward to some of the work that's in store for us that day? And
Mm.
so, if we can change that perception, it's going to make us more performance ready. It's going to get us excited, and we'll be joyful, excited, and happy about going about the day. But we can't be in that if we're not excited about and we have poor perception of the work that's ahead.
Now, what about, okay, let's say you like there's someone who's like an actor working multiple jobs, and one of them is, they're a server or a barista, and they don't really love it. They're not fully using their gifts, but they can't really totally get a regular job because they have to be available for auditions and bookings. Like, is there something like, it's and instead of like finding a whole new job, is there kind of that mindset shift, you were talking about earlier, that to help them feel more excited about their work if they don't like naturally love it?
Yes, definitely. Especially if we've been doing it a while and we're just over it. uh,
Yeah.
then there can be this shift where you could stay in the same job, but you really just get back to, what drew you to it, and what do you love about it, and what do you have gratitude about it. So yeah, I mean, I think life is so short, like
Yeah.
doing that extra search to find something that would be even more enjoyable is worth it. But if it's just not possible, you're spot on, Ophelia. It's amazing how our energy is affected by the way we look at something. So,
Yeah.
if we go into something with a negative attitude about it, or if we go in with like, no, I love this because of this, this, and this, rather than I hate these things about it.
Right.
So yeah, like the barista job, it's like, oh, I love this. Sheila E. was interviewed recently, and she said, every day I just look how I can bless one person. That's
Wow.
my goal. And so a barista could be like, I just want to bless three people today, or I want to just brighten the day of three people. And
Mhm.
then that's giving them this renewed sense of purpose and passion. And at the end of the day, they're like, yeah, I did it. I made five people's day by just, joking or doing something extra, and having an additional conversation with them, to bring in the human element into what I do.
Love that.
I think the human element is so important because let's say you're a barista, okay? Acting is all about connecting. So it would be really nice for you to pick up the vibration of where the other person's coming from. And if they're at a very low vibration
Mhm.
or at a higher vibration, that could be a really great thing, a nice deed for the day. That
Yes.
you
Yeah.
can lift their vibration so now they're feeling lighter.
Yes.
And and that's a blessing. Rather, I think that a lot of actors they only think about acting. There's a lot of things that you can do in your life that actually adds to yourself as an artist. And
Mhm.
part of the addition is connection.
Mhm.
And connecting to somebody and making a difference can almost have the same effect as doing a great audition.
Oh,
Wow. That's
that's spot on.
so good.
And
I'm
man,
so smart.
this is good. This is good stuff. I love this dialogue. Can we do this every week? This is just so
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so good. What a good
um
way to
I
end the
love
week.
the title, where you have stress resiliency. Because at first I'm like, what the hell is stress resiliency? But now here we are talking about it, and I'm like, oh, it's bouncing back.
yeah, it's actually it's not even yeah, it's able to bounce. You're so resilient to stress that it just doesn't phase you. You bounce back
Oh, so
whenever it
it just
comes.
re-
Yeah, it bounces off of you.
bounces off of you. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling stressed because it's bouncing off of me.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
And who
cool.
doesn't want that? Like, who
Right?
doesn't want stress to bounce off? Like, we need more of that.
Oh,
So
definitely.
if somebody asks these 5 questions, which you guys, I will be writing those questions that you need to ask yourself in the morning before you even get out of bed. Don't even kiss your dog. Just you're having this moment for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, and try not to talk to anybody because I think it breaks the moment. You know,
Yes.
yeah, just like be in your own little pillow or something and pretend you're.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just your time of doing this little
Mhm.
4 minute
Yeah,
assessment. And
yeah.
there is one other. I might have said five earlier, but there's actually six, and
Oh,
then
there's six.
seven, and then seven if we
The
added.
bonus,
Oh no, we
the
got
bonus,
time. What's number
bonus
six?
question.
Okay, six is a body scan.
Oh,
Oh,
So our bodies.
Ophelia and I were like,
like
oh.
what?
So not the looking
What is
someone up and
this?
down thing. It's your own body scan, right? Uh,
Yes.
so our bodies are so intricately tied
Yeah, the
to
fat's
our
still there. Is that what you mean?
So
It's,
yeah,
it's
this is
a positive body.
not the in the mirror body scan of like, yeah, this is okay, where in my body is feeling off? Where do I feel inflammation?
Mm.
Where is there tightness? And oftentimes we just ignore what's going on. So like if the three of us just right now just kind of take a little assessment of your body.
Okay, let's take an assessment.
All right, we're gonna do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take us through.
All right. So yeah, you just kind of think, do you have a headache, or is your head feeling fine? Are the neck muscles tight? And you just go throughout your whole body. Do you have a lot of anxiety? So you have a knot in your stomach. We hold a lot of tension in our feet. How are our feet doing?
My
That's,
neck's
I've
tight.
never heard that.
My
Yeah,
neck's tight. I feel my neck tight. It's because I was doing a lot of accounting today. So whenever I deal with money, my neck gets tight.
yeah, right. So if we do that body scan in the morning, it's like telling us I can't be in peak performance today because my body is not in peak performance mode. We can't
Wow.
just have our mind in peak performance mode. We got to have our body in it as well. So
Wow.
even though if someone's not a stunt double in where their body has, but actually someone who is just doing lines, and even if it's not a role where they're running through the streets, getting
Doesn't
chased,
matter.
it doesn't matter. Our body has to be in peak performance mode. So
Wow.
if we look at it like something is off, that tells us again, what should I have done differently so that I wouldn't have, that tenses in my neck, or what could I do to self-correct it? So even
Mm.
like right now, I got my shoes off, right? So I could even just put my fingers on my feet and figure out where is there a spot that's just tense, and then I could actually do some just kind of little massaging of that area, and it's called acupressure.
Mhm.
And the body is kind of holding tension there, and it can release that tension. It could actually release tension in other parts of the body.
So
Wow.
relevant. It's so relevant. You know why? Because as you know, an acting coach, right?
Mhm.
So what's relevant about it is how is a character going to filter through you? Because I believe that as an actor, you are a vessel for the character. It needs to filter through you. So
Yes.
if so I talk a lot to my students about the gunk in your head. I
Yeah.
don't really have not been really talking so much about the gunk in your body.
Ah, yes. There's a lot
Your
in there.
body, everything.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you've got to get to zero. What's going to get you to zero, which is peacefulness? What's
Yeah.
going to get you to zero? So the writer's words and the characters can speak through you and use you as a channel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that can't happen if you're a pain or if you're tight or if you're focused on something that's not the character.
Yes. Ah, so true. So
Mhm.
true.
Totally. I love the feet thing. It's like so I know I mean I've heard that with like acupressure points before, but didn't really think about, oh my gosh, that's something you don't have to actually go to. Again, it's like one of those like privileges of, the 4 hours that some people can spend. I'm gonna go get acupuncture but like if you can just go find your feet and like do that little, I mean that just a quick little thing
Right.
actually be impactful.
Yeah. And if
Actually impactful.
Oh, so impactful. And if you don't find an area that you feel needs attention, the best part is kind of in the little arch of the foot,
Mhm.
because that just really affects like the nervous system in all different areas. So we can really get into a deep state of relaxation just by doing some acupressure right there.
That's so cool.
What if your arch itches all the time? What is that about?
I'm not an MD, so I can't sound in on that one.
There's got to be
I'm
some
like,
deeper meaning
yeah, it's gotta have
to
some
this.
deeper meaning to the itchy arch. Okay, let's move on. What's number seven?
All right, that's it. So, well, seven was the hair thing. You know, is your hair looking
The
awesome?
glam squad.
The glam squad.
Glam
That's
squad.
that's number seven that we're adding to our assessment.
Yeah, like don't look fugly. If you
Yes.
stop looking fugly, fix it.
So
Yes,
that's it.
confidence.
If we focus on those six things, it could really be a game changer and help people show up in peak performance mode a lot more than they typically do.
Yeah, but the truth of the matter is, it's not a switch that you could turn on and off. Where can they go to access what you have to offer that
Mm.
could help them with each one of those things that they need to go through?
Right on. So they could just go to the Expert Effect website. There's a contact us form there. We offer a couple things that I think could be very helpful to actors. One is we call them micro mental resiliency sessions.
Hmm.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, it's a 15-minute Zoom with myself or one of our performance psychology experts.
Okay.
And they just help someone tackle one mental obstacle that they're facing
Oh,
on
can
that
you
day.
just put us through one thing? Could you like do 5 minutes of the mental resiliency on us?
Yeah,
Like an
you
Okay,
want?
let's do it. Yeah.
Okay.
you actually do it.
Wait,
Like,
do you want to be the guinea
Yeah,
pig too?
this is going to
Ophelia,
be
I
like
want to be a guinea pig too.
a little sample mini
ah,
session.
Yeah,
me
All
mini,
right.
mini, mini.
Okay, which one of you wants to do it?
Oh, I want to do it.
do
Okay,
it. Make me do
cool.
it.
All right, let's go. So maybe
Ophelia's
what
like, go ahead, Amy.
is
I
You
want
go
to
ahead.
watch
Go
this.
ahead.
I need to get my popcorn. Like, let's do this.
Okay,
yes.
okay. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So, what is the one mental obstacle that you're facing in this day that you wouldn't mind sharing on this podcast?
Fuck, I gotta
You're like,
pick.
why did I
I
volunteer
gotta pick. No, no. Actually, I should say, Ophelia, you go first.
Like, never mind.
No. Um, how other people run their business is none of my business.
Mm, tell me more about that.
Well, I'm trying to get this voiceover company to actually pay me. They sent it to they sent it to somebody in their bank account, and I don't know how that happened. So, I'm talking to them now and just maintaining peace as I'm talking to them and saying, well, I just would like to know if I filled out all this information for you. I'm just curious how it would end up in another manager's bank account. Like, how does that happen?
So you're like frustrated because you're not getting paid. Is that right?
I'm frustrated with the amount of work that they made me go through to on their system instead of just saying, "Hey, what's your address?" Okay, we'll send you a check. This was like Fort Knox. I mean, like Fort Knox. The amount of stuff that they put me through, and then the routing number, the this, the that. Basically, I had to give them a firstborn of which I don't even have.
Yes.
Okay.
Still don't
All
have
right.
your money.
Yeah,
Yes.
and yet the first check went to somebody that's not even my manager.
Oh my gosh.
Like, how does that? And they said they paid me, and then they said, oh yeah, we dug into this, and they went and dug into it, and it was somebody else, some other manager on there. I go, well, that's some other manager. They're like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we take a step back from the situation and you just kind of really figure out what is going on, because it's kind of like taking you out, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I,
So what is it about this just in general that
stupid people. I hate stupid people.
yes.
I hate stupid people.
True confessions.
Yes, I mean, if you're going to put me through hell on your system and then you're stupid, like that system was smart and you're stupid.
And then how did this affect you? How did it affect your day dealing with these stupid people?
Um, it almost makes me cry because it's like I didn't ask to be a part of your problem.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you made me a part of your problem, and now I have to do 12 emails, phone calls, and it's coming out of my day
Yes.
because you're stupid.
Yep. So if we
You
got
guys, I
super,
know you can relate to this.
Oh, one
Stupid people.
oh yeah,
everyone, even if they don't say it, it's yeah.
yeah.
Well, I
And
said
so if so we know we can't get rid of the stupid people. And also we have big companies that are just like holding, making their employees act in stupid ways because of all the policies and all the hurdles and all of that. So what would be just a creative solution, Amy, where it would bounce off. It would be that bounce off effect. So next time this happens,
oh, that it's not my company.
yes,
I'm not stupid because I don't do that. Like they
right,
do that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I don't do that. So that just because you're a big company doesn't mean that you have it together, you know?
right, true. So what could you do differently the next time, an hour and a half of your day is robbed by stupid people? What could you do differently so that it would just bounce off of you and you could just laugh it off?
I don't know. You wanna lead me through this one? Because I really have no idea.
So one, I'll just give some ideas, and then
Yeah, I love ideas.
yeah, you get to decide like if it resonates.
Okay.
One is could you delegate that to someone else? So you bring in a virtual assistant, and their job is to deal with stupid people 5 hours a week, and it's worth it to you to pay that person 5 hours, and they're okay doing
Well,
it.
actually, I did delegate it. I delegated it to my manager, but then I felt guilty that now he has to deal with them.
Mm.
Because I was thinking he doesn't really get paid that much to deal with stupid people.
But would it affect him as much as it would affect you?
Yeah, because he doesn't get paid.
Yeah. So it could be looking at like if this is really like the thing that just doing what you do, this is what it brings you down. Just dealing with stupid people is really just thinking long term, either how you or he could shift the perspective so that it wouldn't take you out as much.
Well, I mean, it's heading towards a resolve
Mm-hmm.
because actually, you know what happened? He stepped in, and when both of us were working together, it seemed less on me.
Oh my gosh, that's it. That's the insight. Is if the two of you, because if it falls 100% on either of you,
Yeah, it was 100% on me. You know?
yes. So then if the two of you can tag team, just like, those pro wrestlers, the
Actually, you're
WWE.
right. When I brought him in today, and he really, I mean, it was a real good, nice mutual thing. It felt a lot of relief.
So huge. And then you tell him the same thing. Like, hey, if you're, it's transparency. Hey, I know I'd like to be paying you more. But, if there's ever something that you're doing that just is really wearing on you and taking you out, let me know because I want to share the burden. And hey, I'm going to do the same with you. And so it's like,
Oh, this is good.
right on.
Sharing burden.
Yes. Yep. You're
That's
doing it
that. I'll
together.
go with that. I'll go with sharing burden because sharing burden for five, Bob.
There you go.
I'll go.
Bingo.
Bing, bing, bing.
Bingo.
Sharing burden for five. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
That's
And then
good.
the other thing is just a little perspective shift. I hate parking tickets and speeding tickets. And so when I get one, it used to destroy me. Like, oh my gosh,
I need
And
to
then,
listen to this because I just got a ticket for coming out of the carpool lane at a solid
oh,
line.
oh my
You
gosh. Yeah,
know,
that's like
literally
300
everyone
bucks
was
right
doing
there.
it,
Yeah.
and he
But you
just
got,
picked me. And
yeah,
it's a lot of money. And that this happened like a couple months ago. So I now am okay because I'm not thinking about it. But every time now, like just now, I'm like,
right?
I'm feeling it again. Yeah.
Yes. Like you were singled
So,
out.
so
What's your
how did
perspective
uh,
shift about
uh,
that?
Clark? How did you get out of the anxiety around that?
Yeah, what I start doing now is that, okay, over the course of my lifetime, I'm probably going to get like 15 parking tickets and I'm probably going to get like 5 traffic violations. And so when one happens, I'm like, all right, I just, it's part of my tally for my lifetime. And
Oh my
okay,
God, that's
Good.
awesome. Oh my God, that's awesome.
I know.
That's awesome. That's a great way of looking at something.
Yeah,
and so
it
it's the same way, Amy,
services out.
it's like in the course of the year, you're probably going to have to deal with, 10 stupid people. So, we're in May. So if
Okay,
you've dealt
yeah,
with 4, you're okay. And it's just part
yeah.
of the tally for the year.
Oh, this is good. I really like I'm taking that away.
Crossing it
I'm
off.
taking that with me. I just
Right
don't.
on.
It's like one less. Well, okay, you're now down to one less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Um,
Oh my
one
God,
that's so good.
love that.
Amy, thanks for volunteering to do a mental resiliency session. That was fun.
This is
That's
great. So
great.
they can do these micros, like 15-minute sessions. Go
Yep.
to experteffect.com. Is that right?
Great.
Yep. That's right.
That's great. So every time that they have a little knitch, they
Hmm.
can just like pop in.
Exactly.
That's
And
Love
they
great.
it.
also have a,
You just gave me like I now have the answer for it.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm so
Share
glad.
share the burden,
Yeah.
and in my lifetime I'll and give myself a number how many I will have
Yeah.
met.
Yeah.
Huh. So good.
Right on.
And you said you also have
Yeah, we
something.
also have this stress resiliency process for high performers, and it's where someone can meet for 45 minutes with each of our stress resiliency experts. And the whole goal is to make their body and mind more resilient to stress. And all the experts talk to each other, and it's like their team to make this individual more resilient to stress. So that's kind of more of a robust solution right
That's awesome.
So awesome.
That's really great for people that have like high blood pressure, if they're physically get themselves worked up, or
now.
if you're tense all the time, or if you feel like you're depressed, or yeah.
Or
Yeah, and
like
it's like my philosophy
like
is
what
like,
about if you're like not booking jobs, but you're getting auditions but you're not booking? Do you think that like if you're in kind of chronic stress, that might be contributing to it?
yes, yeah, because if we're in chronic stress, we're not going to be as creative. We're not going to get in that flow state. Uh,
Focus.
so yeah, it is. It's figuring out, and sometimes partnering up with someone is the best way to do it. Like it's so worth the investment to be able to get out of that
Yeah. And
state.
also actors have a tendency to add the previous audition failure into the next one. And
Yeah.
so by the time they get to audition number 10, it's been compounded and they can't even move.
Yes.
They just
Right.
can't move at that point. They're just
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
immobile because now they feel like a total loser when it's not even.
Wow.
You guys call Clark.
Seriously, please
Just call Clark.
do
All
yourself
right, Clark,
and
we
us
have
a
to believe.
favor.
We have to end. Oh my God. We're having so much fun.
Last, wait, last question. Do you
We're
have
not
any?
ending. We've got stuff to do before we end. But what was your last question?
Okay,
Question?
yeah, one. Okay, do you have events? Because I know sometimes you've done like that hike, do you have events coming up or was there a place someone could look for
Yeah,
upcoming?
how could they get on a mailing list or
Oh
what?
yeah. So yeah, just on our website, there's a place where you can get on our list. And then we send out expert tips on a quarterly basis.
Oh,
Nice.
that's great.
Yeah. And then we don't have any public events right now. We're doing things for companies or different, associations or conferences. But we did do a stress resiliency mastermind for the entertainment industry a couple years ago. It's just getting
Oh,
15 people together and we go deep on these topics of stress resiliency and learn from each other. So I am kind of inspired to maybe launch another one of those. So
Yeah, do it. That
stay tuned on
sounds
that.
fun.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was amazing.
So they could get in touch with you by going to give them the website again.
Oh yes, experteffect.com. And then you can
There
spell
it
it.
is, Expert Effect.
yeah. Right.
And his name is Clark. He's the CEO. Clark, I want to offer you anything from my shop, IamEnoughCollection.com. So
Thank
what
you.
I want you to do is to go
Love
to
this shirt.
IamEnoughCollection.com. Look, that's Ophelia's gift.
I love
I
this
gifted
shirt.
Ophelia a couple of things. Oh, look at that. That's the enough in the seal blue. Pick what you want, and then you'll email me at the Lyndon Technique at gmail.com.
Right on.
with a picture of what you want and the size.
Amazing.
And
Shopping one
address of where
beneficial cravings. So I'm
yeah, yeah,
excited.
yeah, yeah. That's a beneficial
I
craving.
love
And
that.
the address of where I should send it to because I send it from the factory.
Nice.
They
Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you.
they make each one custom made. And for all of you guys, just go to IamEnoughCollection.com, use the promo code SPRING20, and you get 20% off anything on the site. But since Clark's our guest, you get something for free.
Ah, thanks.
But Ophelia and I thank you so much, guys. Clark did an awesome job. We could probably talk to him for hours, huh?
Oh my
Ophelia?
gosh. Seriously. We didn't even get to like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll have him back soon.
You may have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Or
or
they'll have a session with a whole bunch of people that we know.
That would be fun.
yeah, the masterminds
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, guys, if you're interested in Clark's mastermind, could you just say yes, please, let me know? And then we could send Clark your email. Just make sure you put your email in there. We could send Clark your email and he could keep you abreast of what's up.
That's
And
right.
if you really liked what we're doing here, please give us a like and or a heart and tell people and subscribe and follow and all that stuff. We do this for you guys for free. We love you, right, Ophelia? What do you want to say to them?
And you are enough.
You are enough.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Clark. So appreciate you.
Thank
You're welcome. I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation. This made my day. What a great way to close out the week. This was great.
you. It is absolutely.